You've helped over 470,000 real estate professionals market and sell their property for $300 billion worth of properties sold. I think that's a big deal. And I just wanted to mention that. I am so excited. I've got Lucy Edwards here, and you guys are going to love her story. She is the Director of Client Success for VHT Studios, 20 plus years of experience. This woman is a powerhouse in the industry. Lucy, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I am very excited, and I've been excited all day long. So here I am, ready to roll. So actually, my husband and I, by total accident, we came across this absolutely stunning lake, Tanana Lake. It's a huge lake with motorboats and everything else. And it was one Victorian there that was for sale, a beautiful Victorian house that many years ago, when Catskills were popular, used to be also some kind of bed and breakfast. So we decided, let's have bed and breakfast. We had to go to the zoning committee, and they asked us to prepare a floor plan, how we see the existing Victorian to be turned into a bed and breakfast. So we put together an amazing presentation, and zoning committee said, yes, everything is beautiful, except you have to have permission from every single resident on the lake. And obviously, we started with our neighbors, and both neighbors on both sides said, are you crazy? There is no way. Thank God, things happen for the better. So actually, I had someone I know working in Sotheby's in the city at that time, and she saw the floor plan that we put together for that bed and breakfast, and she said, I absolutely love it. Look at the windows, look at the doors. You need to start working for us doing floor plans. And since Peter and I were kind of like thinking what we want to do when we grow up, we thought, well, why not? And Sotheby's paid well. So we decided to start doing those floor plans. Again, yellow tape, our software, everything is very manual, but very pretty. The final product was amazing. We got a brochure as a sample of one of our floor plans with someone else's photos for a Sotheby's property. And I was just like, Peter, why don't we put something like that together? Maybe we're not ready for New York City, but let's start with New Jersey. So being shy as I am, I was knocking on everyone's door and just saying, hey, give us an opportunity. We will do a free floor plan. We will do photos, and you will pay us when you sell the product, when you sell your property. And you know what? You will be surprised. Not too many people even agreed to that. And we didn't even charge that much. And if you lose the listing, you don't have to pay. I was just so passionate about it, and we had to start somewhere. So that's why we were proposing something amazing like that. And we did find actually another Sotheby's was one of our very first clients, and one of the Christie's, Woodward Realty was the other one. And they said, okay, let's give it a try. And it was rolling. Everyone loved floor plans. In New Jersey at that time, no one was doing it. It was only for Manhattan. It was a high-end product, on and on. And then everyone was saying, well, what do I do with that floor plan? So we decided to do brochures. And we would couple inkjet printers, and we would print all night. So because sometimes when you print too long, and especially if you have a little shot in the middle of the night because you are totally exhausted and you need that extra energy, and it's not just coffee you want to drink. So you mess up and then you print upside down. So we built that business with our own hands, working day and night, literally. And then during the day, we also needed to get more clients. So here is more banning, more. At that point, we already had real samples of real properties. And one of the properties we've done for Woodward Realty, actually, it was like a $7 million property. And 20 years ago, that's a lot of money. And it was beautiful on Navesink River. So we did a fabulous job, and we actually created even a 4-page brochure. So here we are, started with nothing. Peter had to buy better camera by that time. I was getting very fast with my floor plans, measuring and taping and all that great stuff. And then while we were driving from appointment to appointment in the car, I would actually put that floor plan into the software. So working 24/7 is the true story. And then we were growing so fast and the referral was amazing. So we were referred from Central Jersey all the way to like Cold Spring in New York. We had to start hiring people and we were growing. And then in a couple years, we already had professional photographers who Peter trained. And it just like started growing like a snowball. It was amazing. But again, because you love what you do, and you're so passionate and serious about it, success is going to be there. We were against the wall because we already grew a lot. We already had like 20 people working for us and we didn't have the capital. So we had to join and be an affiliate from Obio. And Obio was a nationwide company similar to VHT, but much smaller and not as nice and fancy and friendly and everything else. So we were there for 2 years. That didn't work out. And then when we left Obio, another company similar to ours in Midwest left Obio at the same time and we merged. And then again, it was our company. They took care of the West. We took care of the East and we really took off. And that was actually so wonderful that we were able to double our business. And that's when VHT came along last September. And now we are part of VHT. But when we joined VHT, our Northeast region was $3 million, which is a lot for us with just Peter and I starting the company, doing everything on our own finances, not raising any funds, and basically doing everything ourselves, training people, investing our energy, doing everything from A to Z, being able to actually take anyone's job and complete it. So that's what it is. So it pays off. Working hard pays off.
What was the process of growing and building your company? What were some of the roadblocks? If you can just put yourself back in the world before you were a $3 million company, before you merged and you had this national presence, and before VHT purchased you. Because I think it translates. I think real estate people need to hear stories of people in our industry growing multi-million dollar businesses. And so, Lucy, go back to those early days and what were the obstacles and how did you remove them?
Well, the obstacle number one is always money, right? We were not able to build our new platform to have an HTML access to our interactive floor plan tours. The best and the biggest product that we were able to produce from the very beginning that no one else was doing in the beginning, floor plans. Floor plans were important to us. I mean, it's still my very favorite product. Now, to make an interactive floor plan tour where you have a photo or JPEG, whatever, of the floor plan with dots, you click on the dot and the photo comes up. We built it in Flash and that was fine, but it worked only so far. And then to be competitive and to be to have the advanced technology, we had to have better platform that cost, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, which we didn't have. So that was our obstacle. Obstacle was really to build it. Besides the money, which we probably could have found, it was also time. By the time HTML came along, we started getting competitors with floor plans, with money, with platform. So we had to be fast. And, it's like any other business, when it grows and you kind of like reach your peak, you have to do something about it. You have to have the giant leap, right? You have to jump up and be on another level.
What exactly would go into the proper marketing strategy for every single home that somebody lists and then sells?
Well, I love your question because I can swim in marketing. I just love it. And I just love building those marketing strategies. Yes, it is important. First of all, before anything else, before you invest your money into any kind of product, you have to understand it. You have to like it, you have to enjoy it, and you have to be able to maneuver. So if you are buying 3D tour, which is based on Metapod technology, and you don't understand, and you never played Nintendo like I never did in your life, so spend the time and walk around the house with your mouse and with your arrows and understand it and fall in love with that product. Then once you do it for your listing, play with your listing. You need to know how to jump from floor to floor. What if the buyer tells you, and let's say you have the Zoom meeting with the buyer, and the buyer says, oh, take me back to that kitchen. I want to see the countertop. You have to be able immediately jump into the kitchen and zoom into the countertop and talk about it. The same thing with floor plans. You know how I was saying, you click on that floor plan and the photo of the kitchen comes up. If someone says, I want to go back to the second floor, you know, that little girl's room, I want to see it again. You need to know how to go to the second floor. You need to remember where that girl's room was, in what corner, and you go there. And once you do it, practice in the beginning, but once you invest in your new marketing strategy, that is an absolute must in today's environment, just think about what else you can say. For example, you can be outside of the house and then you can mention, listen, by the way, just around the corner, there is a lovely park. And I know you have a dog, and then you can talk your dog to play with other dogs, and it's only half a mile away, and it's good for you to go for a walk as well. So, you know, those are the things that you can mention, by the way, because it is a psychological marketing tool. Look at it this way, psychologically, the person you are talking to who had never been to that property yet is really enjoying your story. And every house has the story. I believe in that.
Let's talk about social media. I'm curious because you've been in this world for 20 plus years. You're a pioneer in doing video marketing and creating floor plans and really kind of pioneered this whole practice. Where are we? How is social media impacted, and where do you see it in your industry right now?
Well, social media is extremely important at this point, and more important than ever. As a matter of fact, like 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't really take it seriously. I had an administrative assistant who was doing everything for me. I didn't even have a password. I did not even know whether I'm on Facebook or LinkedIn or where I am, and I was very proud of it. That was so stupid of me, I'm telling you. Social media is so powerful. And now I know my passwords by heart, and I am in my social media every day. On LinkedIn, I have close to 8,000 friends, and it's growing. Keep in mind, I started kind of late. I should have started myself. When someone else is doing it for you, it's just a check mark. Okay, I made a post. Okay, now I have my personal videos. I have my story. I have Peter helps me because he's a professional photographer, obviously, so he does all my videos in the morning. But it's still great to do every day, and it has to be a video. Video, it's today's environment. It's a must for today, and it's a must for tomorrow. Something as social media, do it yourself with your cell phone, or it's better if someone is going to do it for you with your cell phone. Don't do the selfie because then you're too close and you're too crooked. And but if you can't do it yourself, but if you are doing anything outside of social media, do it professionally only, please. Because when it is like your first date. You know, when someone goes on YouTube and they see the video and the color is off and everything is kind of like jumpy, you just turn people off. They're going to leave it and they will never come back, and they're ready for another property. When they see something amazing, they're going to stay with you, regardless whether it's regular images or the video. It's very important that it's done professionally. So I encourage you to do that.
What's the right way to put an awesome house on your social media channel with pictures and videos so that it doesn't alienate people who it may or may not apply to or be applicable for?
Well, something different and something fast, I think, is a great idea. So I prefer the video as a 15-second video, or maybe make it funky and quick quick, slow with some fun music. I love that. On Facebook, you have ability to also have subtitles on the bottom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, amazing views or whatever. Keep it to 15 to 25 seconds max on Facebook and 15 on Instagram, obviously. So, and just keep them fun.
What's normal? What's a normal marketing budget from your experience?
Well, for $300,000-$400,000, you should spend at least $250, between $200 and $250. That's the minimum. We have agents who have exactly the same marketing strategy, regardless if it's $200,000 COP or if it is $995,000 beautiful house on the lake. It doesn't matter. They have beautiful images. They have interactive floor plan. The drone photography, even if I try to talk this particular agent I'm thinking about, I try to talk him out of it because sometimes it works against him. Like I said, if you have two neighbors so close to each other, or if you have a factory in the backyard, you don't really want to have the drone. But he's saying that he's consistent and he's going to stick with it. And if there is a factory in the backyard, they're going to see it anyway. So might as well they see it now so they won't bother me tomorrow if they don't want that property. So I believe that, yes, it is the amazing way to be consistent and to have exactly the same thing for every listing, but not every agent is going to do that. So I would say at least have tiered. You have to have up to 500,000. That's a must that you do this, this, and this. Between 500 and $1 million, that's a must. Between $1 million and $2 million, that's a must. At least do yourself a favor and have, but the basic and the, just like the house has the foundation, your marketing strategy has the foundation. Professional photography is your foundation. So, and then get the second subject and the second product as either video or floor plan or 3D tour.